Good evening and happy Friday as we welcome you in to Minford High School as the Falcons are set to play host to the Wheelersburg Pirates in a pivotal SOC III matchup here in the Southeast District along with John Bruce. My name is Dewey Daly as we welcome you into tonight's broadcast. John, a big one tonight here in Muletown. It was a close matchup a season ago in both of the matches as Wheelersburg swept Minford in the season series a season ago by 2 and 3 points. Hopefully tonight we can just get a mirror image of last year's two-game series. We had a really good one this past Tuesday over in Leesburg. Hopefully we can continue that trend of good high school basketball here tonight.
Yeah, and we've got some talented teams, for Minford, very senior heavy. They've got a couple of seniors that are going to go on and play Division II basketball, where Wheelersburg, very junior heavy, and they have played one of the top schedules in Southeast Ohio, if not the best schedule so far, which is why their 4-4 record is something that you should completely ignore if you're watching this game, because just because they come in at 4-4, I believe you counted it up earlier, was it 35-7 their opponents are, and Harvest Prep has 5 of those losses. Harvest Prep, who's the Division III state runner-up a year ago. So they've gone out and really challenged themselves, which is what Wheelersburg has done as well. They're just coming off of a really good win over a really nice Jackson team on Tuesday night. So this is a Wheelersburg team that, despite the record, you have to throw that out because this is a very good basketball team.
And John, for Wheelersburg, I think the only loss of their 4, the other 3 being Harvest Prep, Monroe Central, and South Webster, the only loss that makes you scratch your head a little bit was the one at home to open up the season against Eastern Pike.
Yeah, who's also only lost 1 game. So it's now that loss for Eastern Pike was a substantial loss to South Webster, but it's still a really talented team over there in Beaver. So while it was a bit of a head scratcher, at the same time, when you watch Eastern, it makes a little bit more sense.
Very well coached team over there.
Yeah, and I think maybe if they match up later in the season, it could be different, but we won't see that in different divisions, not in the same side of the SOC. So the best that Wheelersburg can do is try to get them back next year whenever they likely will open the season again. But, yeah, that was the only head-scratcher at all. Minford has a slight head-scratcher as well. Not really, no losses, so you can't really say it that way. But their game against New Hope Christian was a little bit closer than I think anybody was expecting. And, that maybe if they don't come out fully ready to go, a team like Wheelersburg, similar size to that New Hope Christian team, can really compete with them, where a lot of teams, because of the length that Minford throws out in the front court with Bennett Kaiser, Jackson Shoemaker, it makes things a lot more difficult on the rebounding side. But I think this Wheelersburg team, they've got a lot of athletes, a lot of gritty players. They've got the athletes that can maybe get in and mix things up and make things interesting, at least on the glass, and not let Minford just dominate the offensive glass.
And, John, you mentioned for Minford not coming ready to play. Been nearly 2 weeks since their last matchup. It was here at home. It was a 39-point win over North Adams 13 days ago, so 2 weeks from tomorrow here at home over the Green Devils, who had a close one with South Webster the other night.
Yeah, it's just – we saw it last week. We had Jackson and Washington Courthouse. It was a 1-point game, but it was not the prettiest of games because neither team had played or practiced in a while. So I think the good news for Minford, they've been able to practice this week, even though last week was pretty much a nothing burger across the district. But 13 days without playing, where you're playing a Wheelersburg team that just came off of a really big win on Tuesday, we could see a slow start for Minford. But the good thing for Minford, you have Miles Montgomery, your school's all-time leading scorer, over 1,700 career points. You have Bennett Kaiser, who in our last broadcast we saw hit his 1,000th career point in that game over North Adams. And then Jackson Shoemaker, who's been a 3-year starter and has just been really smart, solid player. And then you've got a little more depth than what they've had in the past. Maybe they don't get a ton of scoring from that depth, but you've got some good defensive players. You bring Curtis Glenn off the bench, bring Ty Borland, Colt Donahoe, and starting, you've got Kay Glockner and Ashton Reeder, so you've got some good athletes in that area that can help out Montgomery, Kaiser, and Shoemaker, maybe a little bit more than what they've had in the past.
And John, from Minford, it hasn't been your typical 8-0 undefeated start to the season. They've won by less than 10 points just one time, and it was that come-from-behind win down at Shawnee State about a month ago against Hilliard-Davidson. Their average margin of victory through 8 games, 25 points.
Yeah, they've been really impressive so far. I mean, that if you just look at results and you take Tuesday's result down at South Webster, who's unbeaten, and North Adams is tied with them with 10 seconds left, and ends up South Webster wins that game. But North Adams, game before that, lost by 39 points here at Minford. So it's one of those, like, you can't really do the transitive property in that way. But when Minford's started to turn things on, they don't turn it off. Like, once they start going downhill, it is like an avalanche, and they are very impressive in that way.
John, one last thought before we send it to break. 8 games now for Wheelersburg without Devin Lattimore, obviously graduating this past spring. Who has to step up for the Pirates here tonight to make that winning difference?
Well, when we saw them against Harvest Prep, Xavier Miller did a great job, had 19 points. For me, I think Landon McGraw's got to make a lot of things happen for them. He gets his fingers on a lot of balls. He does a good job passing, rebounds it pretty well for being a little undersized. If he can score 8 to 10 points, I think Wheelersburg's got a chance. He'll still do his get his assists and rebounds and make things happen. But if he scores, I think that makes this Wheelersburg team even more dangerous. You've got Braylon Rucker, Hunter Bivens, Xander Mowry, Kenyon Evans. You've got a variety of guys that can do it. But I think McGraw is the one that can put them over the top, where we saw in that district championship game last year against Northwest, didn't have a great game. But I think if he's able to 8 to 10, even more, that makes this team really dangerous, because he's the type of guy, he's a glue guy. If that glue guy can score, it just makes them a really dangerous team to guard.
Doesn't get a whole lot bigger than this. Friday night SOC III matchup. Pirates and Falcons coming up next here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo-Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar Rewards Card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Road Blacks tonight for Wheelersburg. Head coach Alex Prater rolling with Braylon Rucker, Hunter Bivens, Kenyon Evans, Landon McGraw, along with Xander Mowry. For Josh Shoemaker, same as Minford has been all season. Glockner, Reeder, Montgomery, Shoemaker, and Kaiser.
We should have a fun one here tonight. We've got an experienced officiating crew that is going to let it be a physical game, but they will take control when they need to, which is really what you want to see in a game like this. You want to see a crew that's going to let the players make plays, but not let them get out of hand. And that's what I expect to see tonight.
Turnaway crowd tonight here in Muletown. Evans and Kaiser to the center circle. First possession tonight will be with Minford. Montgomery to the hole, can't get it to go off the glass.
Yeah, pretty good first look for Miles Montgomery. He's not able to get it to fall.
Long three, Braylon Rucker can't connect from downtown. Loose ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Bennett. Kaiser going to stay on this end with the Pirates.
We'll see our first turnover of the game will belong to Minford. Both teams get a good look for their point guard so far, but we're scoreless in the first 20 seconds.
So once again for Wheelersburg, Rucker, Bivens, Mowry, Evans, and McGraw. Mismatch, Rucker on Shoemaker, passes it off to Xander Mowry. Mowry to the hole, off the glass, can't bank it in, rebound Kaiser. Montgomery backs it out, Kaiser down the lane, Bennett, Kaiser off the glass for two.
Yeah, you can't let Kaiser get his head down and get going to the basket. You got to be able to cut him off and force him into his mid-range game, which is very good, but you don't want him driving to the hoop like that. It's going to be 2 points more times than not.
First bucket tonight for Kaiser, coming off of a 37-point performance 13 days ago against North Adams. And a foul on the floor. Looks like it'll be Jackson Shoemaker picking up his first.
Which now, because where they're switching, I would expect them to just go right after Shoemaker, try to pick up a second, and to really test the depth of Minford if they're going to be trying to switch defensively like that.
Rucker feed into the low post. Landon McGraw up for the layup, banks it in.
Yeah, good start for McGraw. Good look inside for Rucker. And a good finish for the junior.
Montgomery lobs it inside. Kaiser back-to-back buckets for the senior.
Yeah, pretty easy connection there. Get the easy layup.
Mowry pushing the tempo. Evans to Rucker for three. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. McGraw thrown back into play. Loose ball corralled by Kaiser. Kaiser right elbow jumper well short, but a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, like I said, you want to stop him from getting downhill and force him into a pull-up, but when he pulls up, he elevates so high that you just want to close out with a high hand. You don't want to get into his body like there Rucker did, leading to the two shots now for Kaiser.
Kaiser able to knock down the first. Kaiser, of course, taking his talents to Nova Southeast. After the conclusion of his high school career, all 5 points make it 6 now on the night for the senior.
Yeah, 37-point night 13 days ago. Building off it already.
Minford forces the turnover, lob ahead. Montgomery on the run out, lays it in. 6-0 run for the Falcons. Montgomery with a steal in the backcourt. Up with the left hand, banks it in. Back-to-back buckets for Miles Montgomery, who's fired up. Timeout, Wheelersburg.
Yeah, you can't really just leave it a one-on-one situation where Montgomery in a physical game is going to be able to, without fouling, be physical, use his quick hands, and he does so quickly to get a couple of steals. First was a really nice lead pass from Jackson Shoemaker. I don't know who gets the steal exactly between Montgomery and Reeder because they both kind of made stuff happen, but for sure, the second one was Montgomery and the finish. Montgomery with 4 quick ones and Bennett Kaiser with 6. 10-2 lead already.
And John, for Minford, 10 points, and the Falcons have not even had to stretch the floor yet. 8 of those coming from inside, 2 from the free throw line with Kaiser.
Yeah, and once they start to spread the floor like that, then it probably is going to open things up inside even more. But a great start for Minford after they miss a layup to start and then a turnover, and then they just put that all behind them and jump out to this 10-2 lead.
So an 8-0 run for the Falcons here in the first 2.5 minutes of the first quarter. Rucker driving to the hole, kicks it out. Bivens for 3, puts it in.
That's a big basket from Hunter Bivens. Good drive and kick from Braylon Rucker. And then Bivens has got to be able to stretch the floor like that. Nice shot there for the junior.
Kaiser a free throw line, jumper on the other end. Bennett Kaiser up to 8 points on the night.
Yeah, and that's what makes him so hard to stop because he can really drive it well, but that mid-range game he's gotten is at a high level at this point.
Bivens now kicks it out to Mowry, all the way over McGraw, fires for 3, comes up short, rebound Montgomery. Montgomery up the near sideline, pass is intercepted by Rucker. Rucker bounce pass to Bivens inside. Now out to Evans to the hole. Kenyon Evans up and under, can't get it to go, off the glass, fading away, rebound Shoemaker. 2-on-2 break, Kaiser gonna take it himself, reverse layup won't go, loose ball out of bounds.
I think we're gonna see a foul on the rebound.
Be Braylon Rucker.
That's 2. Not the most under control for Kaiser on that, trying to avoid the charge. But ultimately, it ends up being a benefit for the Falcons as it gets the second foul on Braylon Rucker because of the hustle play by Ashton Reeder to try to keep that ball alive.
So Coach Prater going to go to his bench. Rucker out with 2 fouls. Insert sophomore Xavier Miller. Here's Kaiser, another 15-footer, a lot of contact, can't get it to go. Rebound underneath for Mowry.
Just a ton of contact on that.
So a 12-5 Minford lead halfway through the first quarter. McGraw going to work inside, kicks it out to Mowry. Long 3 on the way, won't go. Rebound Montgomery. Montgomery a free throw line, jumper connects.
3 for 4 early on for Miles Montgomery, jumping them out to this 9-point lead.
Miller going to work on Shoemaker underneath. Unable to get it up over the rim, but a foul on Jackson Shoemaker. Will send the sophomore Xavier Miller to the line for 2 shots.
And that's his second. And that's one of those where he'd probably like to take that back because Xavier Miller got a step beyond him, but was under the basket and wasn't going to be able to make that shot, but gets a contact to the head, and that's going to get called 95% of the time.
Here's the junior Curtis Glenn, one of the few new faces to this Falcon rotation here this season.
Yeah, we're only 4 minutes into the game, but each team has lost a starter now for probably at least the rest of the first quarter with 2 fouls. Rucker for the Pirates and Shoemaker for the Falcons.
Miller knocks down the pair, lead back down to 7 for Minford. Top of the key, Kaiser left elbow jumper. Bennett Kaiser, another tough mid-range jumper.
10 points now for Kaiser. He's just been dynamite. Got a couple driving layups to start. Easy call there. Couple driving layups to start, but he's knocked down back-to-back mid-range jumpers.
First foul tonight for Curtis Glenn.
Yeah, like we said, they're going to let you be physical, but if you get 2 hands on them, that's going to get called all the time. So just got to use your body, be physical in that way.
3 now in the quarter for Minford. Montgomery forces the takeaway. Kaiser on the run out. Too strong off the glass. Ball last touched by Curtis Glenn, who is standing out of bounds. So Braylon Rucker quickly back into the contest, in for Kenyon Evans.
That's a travel. You can't run the baseline after a dead ball.
So Bivens will walk it across the timeline for Wheelersburg. Rucker thought about the 3 into the corner. Miller. Baseline drive out to Rucker. Left corner, Miller fires for 3. Can't connect. Montgomery the rebound for Minford. Montgomery up the near sideline to Glenn. Kaiser. Short range jumper is good.
He's been unbelievable so far for Kaiser. Just an outstanding start. 12 quick points for the senior.
5.5 minutes gone here in the first. An 11-point lead for the Falcons. Mowry pulls for 3, can't connect. Another rebound for Montgomery. On the drive, Curtis Glenn off the glass.
4th rebound, 3rd assist already for Miles Montgomery.
McGraw pass underneath. Xavier Miller answers.
Yeah, good job running the floor there. You got down by 13, but you get a quick basket on the other end. 4 points now for Xavier Miller off the bench.
The Pirates doing just enough to hang around here in the first quarter. Here's Montgomery to the hole. Reverse layup won't go, but a whistle. Two shots now for Miles Montgomery.
It's going to be the first on McGraw. And kind of like the second foul on Jackson Shoemaker, anytime you make contact to a driving player or a shooter's head, it's going to get called. Now, Montgomery with 6, having a chance to add on.
So Montgomery to the line for 2 shots, knocks down the first. The school's all-time leading scorer, up over 1,700 career points in his career as a Falcon.
Not bad.
Taking his talents to West Liberty after graduation this spring. Montgomery drops the pair. Kaysen Witt in for the Pirates. He drives inside. McGraw launches a 3. Can't connect, and a rebound for Montgomery.
They're getting some good looks. Or the Pirates just not getting off to a hot shooting start.
Montgomery to the hole. Finger roll layup is good. Timeout, Wheelersburg.
Yeah, that's 24 points. You just can't let Montgomery, Kaiser get going downhill off the dribble like that. It makes it not necessarily an easy finish, but for these guys that have worked so hard at this and why they're going to go play at the Division II level, it's a fairly easy finish for them. So you got to try to be a little physical with them, try to make them move the ball, because even with Shoemaker gone out of the game, I don't think Cade Glockner's touched the ball on the offensive end. They haven't had to run anything other than just Kaiser and Montgomery. They got the run-out layup for Curtis Glenn. But really, I was thinking we'll see what they do differently now that Shoemaker's out. They haven't had to. And they're up 15 here early in the game. Still 1:18 left to go here in the first quarter.
And John, for Bennett Kaiser, when you look at these 12 to 15-foot jump shots, it's really not a matter of getting a contest. It's just whether or not he's on it tonight, and that's been the case.
Yeah, he's gotten off to a hot start, 5 of 8 from the field. Missed a couple of layups, but he's knocked down his jumpers. You just got to try to make things uncomfortable for him without fouling. And they just haven't been able to do that. One time so far is when McGraw got into him a little physically, and that was really it.
Right side three, Braylon Rucker connects from downtown.
That's 2 timeouts and 2 quick baskets right out of it. Both of them threes.
And a whistle away from the basketball. Looks like it'll be Kason Witt with a defensive foul for Wheelersburg, his first.
Yeah, but only the 4th on the team, so they still have, that's their last one to give. Next one will result in free throws.
Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. Here's Kenyon Evans back in for the Pirates.
It's a good sub there to get Rucker out on the defensive possession, especially if they think Minford may try to hold.
Montgomery bounce pass into Reeder. Reeder's going to back it out for the Falcons. Kaiser on the drive, short corner, drops it in. Another tough shot for Bennett Kaiser.
So I say you got to get into it, make him uncomfortable. It doesn't matter. 6'6", can really elevate, knocks down another mid-range jumper. 14 for Bennett Kaiser.
Here's McGraw to the hole. Tough shot for Landon McGraw.
Good drive and finish. Gets a little bit of a mismatch. Goes through and finishes. He's not worried about getting blocked, and that's why he's able to finish that up high.
McGraw, an SOC III first-teamer a season ago. His second bucket here tonight. Curtis Glenn passed high. Borland underneath, banks it in. 28-14. The score at the end of one. We'll take a break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
We welcome you back to Minford High School. 8 minutes back on the clock to round out the first half. John, Bennett Kaiser tied up with Wheelersburg after one.
Yeah, 6 of 9 shooting in that quarter. Knocked down his 2 free throws. We kind of talked about it during the break. If he's getting going, he's just really hard to stop because he elevates. He's bigger than everyone else, and he shoots that mid-range so well that it's very hard to guard. And if you really get into him, he can go by you and score at the basket. So you just got to try to figure out your best course of trying to slow him down. And then you got to worry about Miles Montgomery, who's over 1,700 points and who is 4 for 5 from the field in that first quarter.
So the second quarter underway. It will begin with the Pirates on the offensive side. Landon McGraw, 15-footer, puts it in.
6 points now for Landon McGraw. He's gotten going 3 for 4 shooting, doing a nice job of trying to keep the Pirates head above water here. And I like the idea to go to a little bit of a zone here.
Left side, Cade Glockner connects from downtown.
But if Cade Glockner's knocking down shots, even more of like, I don't know what you're supposed to do, because you try to go zone, try to make somebody other than Montgomery or Kaiser beat you, and then Cade Glockner just buries the triple.
McGraw thought about the three. Here's Kenyon Evans. Now back to Rucker, top of the key. Kason Witt driving baseline, pass out to Mowry, intercepted by Montgomery. Montgomery, 1-on-3 break, lays it in.
He just shot out of a rocket right there to steal from you.
Montgomery, another steal. Montgomery up with the left hand, banks it in. A 19-point lead for Minford.
And we haven't really mentioned it. Miles Montgomery at 14 now.
Short corner, Mowry out to Rucker. Pirates looking to slow things down here in the first half. Rucker down the lane, lost the basketball, but a travel prior to the steal by Glockner.
Yeah, and now they're going even deeper. Mark Napier steps into the game at the same time just to see where they're at depth-wise. You're up 19. You keep bringing in athletes off your bench if you're Coach Shoemaker. You have to feel pretty good about where you're at, but you also, like we mentioned, they don't really take their foot off the gas. So let's see what they do offensively here now with Jackson Shoemaker back in.
Bivens and Miller return for the Pirates. Bennett Kaiser couldn't get it to go the first time, but the follow-up is good for the senior.
16 points, 4 rebounds for Kaiser.
Rucker down the lane, lost the basketball, but a foul. Down the lane, it'll be Miles Montgomery, his first. $30 points between Montgomery and Kaiser here in the first half. Rucker long range three. Braylon Rucker connects.
Yeah, good job dribbling into that, not getting off balance. Knocks down his second triple of the game. He's got 6.
An 18-point lead now for the Falcons. Kaiser steps into another 15-footer. Bennett Kaiser, another deuce.
And at a time where not a lot of guys shoot that mid-range, Kaiser is excelling at it. 18 now.
Bivens pushing the tempo out to Miller for 3. Can't connect. Rebound Glockner. Montgomery skip past Kaiser for 3. Won't go. And a rebound underneath for Braylon Rucker. Mowry a 3 on the other end. Can't connect, and a rebound for Shoemaker. Montgomery on the run out. Euro step and reverse layup is good for the senior. And a foul along the far sideline. It'll be Mark Napier.
So Montgomery missed his first shot of the game within the first couple seconds. He is now 7 for 7 since then.
Curtis Glenn returns for the Falcons and for Napier. 41-19. Not even halfway through the second quarter. Rucker to the hole, pass down the lane. Bivens lobs it off the top of the backboard. But a foul on Jackson Shoemaker will send Bivens to the line for 2.
That's his third. And second time he's been called for getting a hand on the head of the shooter. Bivens now with 4 after hitting that first free throw.
"13 days off, John. As of now, Minford has not missed a step from that 39-point win over North Adams almost 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been very impressive what we saw in that second half of that North Adams game and what we've seen so far in the first half here.
Timeout, Minford.
And then I'll say this also. Minford's 1 for 2 from 3. They're not settling for threes. They know they can get downhill and get to the basket. Well, now it's a full.
Full timeout for the Falcons, their first tonight. We'll take a break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
We welcome you back to Minford High School. A lopsided first half thus far with 4:25 to go in the second quarter. A 41-20 lead for Minford over Wheelersburg.
And a lot of times when you see a score like this, you think one team is shooting really well from the outside. As I said right before the break, 1 for 2 from 3 is Minford. So it's been all the basket and in the mid-range.
Cade Glockner, another 3. Yes!
And Glockner's got both of them. 5 assists now for Miles Montgomery. Really good play design there coming out of the timeout.
Trapped at half court is Braylon Rucker on a held basketball. Possession going the other way with Minford.
It's going to be the 6th turnover for Wheelersburg. In a game like this where you're not getting stops at all, you got to maintain possession and you got to get your shots up, and just they haven't been able to do so. You would probably think Wheelersburg was the team with the 13 days off with how this first half has gone.
And John, for Wheelersburg offensively, hasn't even been a bad first half. Halfway through the second quarter as Glenn fires a 3 and misses badly. A rebound underneath by Kaiser, who's called for the offensive foul. 20 points, 1.5 quarters into the match. Not so bad.
Yeah, and the guy I said needed to get going is Landon McGraw. He's 3 for 4 from the field. He's got 6 points. Braylon Rucker's got 6. We've got 4 from Hunter Bivens. He's just not getting stops.
And another quick foul for the Falcons, this time Curtis Glenn.
5-0 are the fouls here in the second quarter, so this could be a chance to chip away if you're Wheelersburg. Where Minford, they have more fouls called because they're being super aggressive defensively. When you're really aggressive defensively, you're going to get more fouls called. Now Rucker with a chance to cut into this 24-point lead.
So Rucker misses the first. Ty Borland returns for Minford and for Curtis Glenn.
Yeah, Borland made a driving layup to end the first quarter, which the first 2 times we saw them this year, I don't think he shot a shot. So getting a little bit extra out of your guys from the bench so far.
Montgomery down the lane, right-handed runner is good.
Yeah, he's 8 for 9 from the field, made his last 8 shots as Montgomery.
Pass ahead to Bivens, lost the basketball. Ashton Reeder the takeaway. Montgomery on the drive, bounce pass inside. Borland blocked by McGraw. But a foul on the junior will send Borland to the line.
It's going to be the second on McGraw. I think you got to let him play. You're down 25. It's just. But we talked about on the way down. There was a college team last night that was down 33 in the first half. Came back and won. Now they have more time. But Still counts.
Kenyon Evans back on the floor for Wheelersburg. And another quick foul on Minford, this time with Borland. 2 shots for McGraw on the other end.
Yeah, there's being aggressive, and then there's being just overly aggressive, which is what they've done the last couple of trips, to where Wheelersburg's not been able to play offensive all. But you force 7 turnovers, you're also up 26. So you take the good with the bad in those situations. And Wheelersburg's just splitting pairs at this time as well.
So consecutive split pairs at the line for Wheelersburg. First with Rucker, now McGraw. 25-point lead for Minford. Montgomery skip pass. Borland for 3. Can't connect. Offensive rebound underneath. Ashton Reeder, the stick back.
Yeah, just good effort. That's a couple different times. Reeder doesn't do a lot stat-wise. That's the second ball he's kept alive, his first basket of the game.
27-point lead now for Minford. Here's Mowry to the hole. Can't connect. Tough interior defense by Borland. Kaiser to the corner. Montgomery launches a 3, well off. Long rebound for Reeder. Give and go. Reeder underneath. Blocked by Xander Mowry, but a foul.
Yeah, good ball movement there from Borland to the cutting Reeder. He's fouled on the shot. But once again, Reeder kept that play alive. Now he's going to get rewarded with a couple of foul shots.
So 2 shots now for the sophomore Ashton Reeder. Thus far, 18 on the night for both Miles Montgomery and Bennett Kaiser. 36 for the duo. As Colt Donahoe checks in for the Falcons. So Reeder misses the pair, but gets his own offensive rebound. Reeder up for the layup, fouled again.
Yeah, and a lot of that's going to go to Miles Montgomery for hustling, keep that alive. But Reeder also does a good job of following his shot right there. Now he gets a chance to extend the lead at the line after going 0 for 2. See if he can fix it here after the 2 misses.
And a 3rd foul on Landon McGraw. Kenyon Evans returns for Wheelersburg, in for McGraw.
It's going to be on Donahoe.
So Donahoe picks up the foul, really the only freshman for Minford that sees a decent amount of playing time. And of course, with Wheelersburg in the double bonus, it'll be Kenyon Evans on the other end for 2 more Wheelersburg free throws.
His first trip to the line, has not scored yet.
2 consecutive split pairs at the line for Wheelersburg, as Evans knocks down the first. Second shot for Evans is no good. Rebound, Kaiser.
6th rebound now for Kaiser.
Ball deflected out of bounds by Rucker.
Yeah, and this has really been pretty much domination from the opening tip by Minford.
Glenn lobs it in, deflected by Rucker, thrown back into play off of Glenn and out of bounds. But I believe they're going to say it's Minford basketball.
I think he missed on the save, but really active hands by Braylon Rucker there. And that's the type of stuff you want to see if you're a Wheelersburg fan, where you're down by a substantial amount, but your guys are still battling. You're still playing hard, and that's what you want in this situation. The biggest thing, I think, if you're Coach Brady, you just say, hey, they got up 27 on us. No reason why we can't do the same thing. But you got to chip away here in this first half to make your guys believe it a little bit. Because if they don't believe it, then that second half can get ugly in a hurry.
Second timeout tonight for Coach Josh Shoemaker. 50-23, less than 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Minford leading. So, John, 2 weeks from tonight, South Webster comes to town. What are you looking forward to in that matchup, and how may it differ from what we've seen in the first half between these two teams?
I just think South Webster at this point is playing with such a high confidence level, but you also got Eli Roberts that can match up at least physically with Bennett Kaiser.
Here's Montgomery out of the timeout, underneath, misses the short jumper, but 2 more free throws now for the senior.
Yeah, just blows by his man, uses the ball fake to get the defender in the air, and he'll tell you he's got to make that layup more times than not.
Second shot now for Montgomery is good. He's got 20.
Yeah, not a bad first half there for Montgomery. 20 points on 8 of 10 shooting. See Ethan Cordell come into the game for the first time.
Bivens down the floor. Here's Rucker. Straight on, bounce pass underneath to Evans. Back out to Mowry for 3. Puts it in. Xander Mowry from downtown.
Good ball movement there. Mowry knocking down his first shot of the game. Good find. You got the find off the dribble and then drive and kick. Good work by the Pirates.
Kaiser double teamed right elbow. Pass deflected. Loose ball corralled by Montgomery. Pass near side to Glockner. Intercepted by Rucker. Rucker on the break. Scoop layup is good for the junior.
9 points now for Rucker. Showing a little bit of what he can do. Good hands. That's a second steal and a really nice finish in transition by Rucker.
Less than a minute to go here in the first half. Kaiser down the lane. Right-handed runner blocked by Evans. Offensive rebound. Donahoe can't get it to go. But Kaiser an offensive rebound. Eventually it's Donahoe who sticks it back up for the deuce.
Yeah, just really good effort by Minford there to make sure you get points off of that drive.
Rucker thought about the 3, instead pulls it down. Rucker drop step inside out to Bivens. Bivens crosses over, wide open drive, smokes the layup and a rebound for Glockner.
Yeah, had a little more time than he thought there. Tried to go left-handed instead of going to his dominant hand. Ends up putting it short.
10 seconds to go here in the first half. Falcons going to hold for last. Montgomery off the screen, long range 3, can't connect. Offensive rebound, Kaiser, good if it goes. Why not Bennett Kaiser? 20 points on the night. And 40 for the duo of Bennett Kaiser and Miles Montgomery, 16 minutes in.
Just an unreal display by the Falcons. They double up Wheelersburg in both quarters, winning each quarter 28-14, leading to this 28-point lead at the half.
56-28 at the break. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glow Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glow Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glow Fiber is here. Welcome to Glow Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar Rewards Card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
We welcome you back to Muletown, a lopsided first half here in the SOC III as Minford leads Wheelersburg 56-28 at the break, John. 40 of Minford's first half points coming from Miles Montgomery and Bennett Kaiser, who have 20 apiece.
Yeah, it's obviously Kaiser and Montgomery have been outstanding. Jackson Shoemaker's barely played because of foul trouble, so that's been kind of a non-factor in there. But you've gotten 6 points from Cade Glockner, 3 from Ty Borland and Ashton Reeder, 2 from Curtis Glenn, and 2 from Colt Donahoe. Like, you're getting your contributions from your other guys, and that's what you need if you're Minford to take that next step. They've gotten to the district final 2 years in a row, been, I would say, upset by North Adams because they'd beaten them during the regular season. But this feels different. And I told you before, I don't know if the rebounding stat is right. It's a lot to 4 or 5. Wheelersburg's not getting rebounds. Wheelersburg isn't getting second shots. If Minford misses, which hasn't happened a lot, Minford's just getting the putback and scoring. It's been a complete domination. There's been 2 times where Minford's missed free throws and they've gotten
Ashton Reeder.
Yeah, Ashton Reeder got his own rebound off of one of them. So it's been just an utter domination for Minford so far. Starting, we talked about Bennett Kaiser a lot in that first quarter. Miles Montgomery, 8 for 11 from the field, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 steals to go 20 points. That is just, he's not going to get a quadruple-double. He's on his way to it. If you really look at it this way, I'm going to say he's not going to finish the game on the court because of the 28 points at this point. But it's just been a complete domination so far from Minford. And we mentioned with Bennett Kaiser, I mean, he makes 9 shots in that first half.
And John, really, I believe Glockner at this point is still the only Falcon to make a shot from deep. At this point, they haven't had to stretch the floor at all. It's been a lot of offensive putbacks, a lot of Bennett Kaiser making, really Bennett Kaiser just working from 15 feet and in, and Montgomery's had a really easy time working inside as well.
So if you look at Minford and what they do well, you have a really elite high school scorer in Miles Montgomery that can do it at the basket, in the mid-range, from 3. But he's also going to play harder than almost everybody on the court. And maybe the only one he doesn't play harder than is Bennett Kaiser. It's like, and that's just, and I think that may be because Kaiser's got a little size on him. I don't know if they're in a competition to just see who can play harder. But these guys, they play hard, and that gets the other guys to play hard. Colt Donahoe played the last 2 minutes of the first half. He kept 3 balls alive. Gets an offensive rebound and a layup, but he tipped a couple balls as well. It's just been, you're bringing guys off the bench that are going to play hard. Kay Glockner starting to spread the floor a little bit as he's got the 2 for 2 from 3. I believe they're 2 for 6 from 3. They didn't shoot a 3 in the first quarter at all. And then we mentioned it, 28 points and a half for Wheelersburg is not bad. I mean, you got 9 points out of Braylon Rucker, who I think's played pretty well. I mean, he's got a couple of steals. He's been able to keep a couple balls alive. 7 points from Landon McGraw. I said he needed to get 8 to 10 for them to have a chance in this, but he's got 7 and they're down 28. 4 points from Xavier Miller, 3 points from Hunter Bivens, or 4 points for Hunter Bivens, my bad. And then 3 points for Xander Mowry, 2 for Kenyon Evans. And it's just been where Wheelersburg has 7 turnovers to the 3 for Minford. It's been just really impressive what Minford's been able to do. And anytime you score 56 points in a half, it's just impressive. It's been just complete domination.
John, we've seen a lot of teams this season, and I think Minford is one of the most active in the passing lanes that I've seen up to this point. We're about at the halfway mark in the season. Very active in the passing lanes, forcing a lot of turnovers. And you mentioned a lot of those guys that maybe don't start for the Falcons, but it's a lot of those guys that we said, they're a lot deeper this year. They've got some new faces that play some meaningful minutes here in Muletown, and a lot of those guys, very gritty minutes for Coach Shoemaker.
Yeah, you just got to play. Like, if you're coming off the bench on a team like this and you don't play hard, you're not coming off the bench anymore. You're just going to sit there because the guys that play are playing so hard that it gives, it kind of opens things up for, these guys that come off the bench and make plays. Where last year there'd be times, Troy Rhodes, Jeffrey Pika gave them good minutes as seniors, but you only went 1 deep off the bench. You only went to Kay Glockner. Now, in that first half, they played 10 guys. The fact that they can play 10 guys now and feel comfortable doing it just shows you the growth of this Minford team. They're going to need it the rest of the second half. You may see these guys get a little more rest because they've got a matchup with one of the better teams in the Southeast District in Warren tomorrow night over at Shawnee State. So,
and John, for Wheelersburg, maybe not as highly looked at matchup, but an interesting matchup tomorrow for Wheelersburg at Shawnee State as well with Westfall.
Yeah, it's a really heavy guard team, not a great defensive team with
give up a lot of points.
Yeah, they give up a lot of points. But, they're playing a Yoda team that leads the SVC in scoring by, 15 points a game, and they held them to 20 in the first half. So, maybe getting a little better in that way. But they've got a player, Joe Ray, that averages just under 20 points a game. Brian Craig, another really tough player. So, if Wheelersburg doesn't come out ready defensively, it's not going to happen. The same score is not going to happen, but it's going to be tough for them tomorrow night because even though that Westfall team has 6 losses, they're a team that can really score. And that's going to be one of those, I think, kind of the record isn't who these teams are matchup for that late game tomorrow night because this is a Wheelersburg team that's going to go in to tomorrow night 4-5 unless something insane happens.
And John, when you look at that slate tomorrow night down at Shawnee State, one of the better showcase slates I've seen this season.
Yeah, and I think a matchup early, a 2 o'clock matchup at Hillsboro and Fairland, you're going to see some really good guard play in that one. $6 gets you in for all day, and then you look over at North Adams. You've got the Coach Young Classic over there, where you've got pretty good games all day over there as well. So you've got some really good options if you want to get out and watch a lot of teams tomorrow night.
So 8 minutes back on the clock, third quarter underway here in Muletown. Possession will start with the Pirates. Here's Landon McGraw on the low post. Comes up short on the 10-footer. Another rebound for Montgomery.
Yeah, sixth rebound for Montgomery.
Reeder driving baseline out to Gluckner. Now Kaiser along two, comes up short, rebound near side McGraw.
A little flat coming out so far for Minford. Don't blame them at all for that.
So a minute in, both teams still scoreless here in the second half. Bivens' 15-footer won't go. Rebound for Shoemaker, who played limited minutes in the first half.
Yeah, his third board already. Had picked up 3 fouls, all pretty quick in that first half. Yeah, it's right now Minford not moving the ball as crisply as they were throughout that first half. And once again, you don't blame them for it because where we're at.
Montgomery underneath, pumps once and banks it in. And John, for Minford, 56 points in the first half. That's nearly as much as we had down at Jackson the other night. And Jackson Shoemaker a non-factor scoring-wise.
Yeah, if you can score 59 points with your third scorer not scoring.
Montgomery on the run out. Whistle and a foul. He'll head back to the line. And John Shoemaker, one of those premier stretch bigs here in the Southeast District. You see him spot up for the straight on three a lot. We've seen him get some work on the inside throughout this season. A big body that makes his presence known.
Yeah, it seemed like last year at some point he lost a little confidence, but it seems like it's back, where he's able to stretch the floor once again, especially from the top of the key. We saw him a couple years ago down at Valley. I think he hit 4 straight and a couple from the corner. So, I mean, he can do it from anywhere, but also when he gets inside, he takes his time. He's going to get you. He's going to go until you leave your feet, and then he's going to go score his basket. We haven't seen it tonight, but it's something he can definitely do, and they're going to need tomorrow night in that game against Warren.
Here's McGraw spinning 10-footer short. Kaiser the rebound for Minford.
Double-double now for Kaiser.
Kaiser looking to go all the way. Scoop layup won't go. Rebound Bivens. Bivens pass ahead to Mowry. Off the mark and out of bounds as of now, going the other way with Minford, but after a discussion, they'll have Reeder on the poke out.
Yeah, it's good officiating. Like, it's hard to see, even with 3, it's hard to see everything in your area. So good help there. Get the call right. That's the biggest thing.
Rucker penetrating inside and a foul on Glockner.
It's going to be called on Shoemaker. It's his 4th.
So the 4th foul for Jackson Shoemaker.
And they may just let him go at this point. I mean, you're up 31.
McGraw nearly lost the basketball. Bivens connects from 3.
Yeah, second 3 for Hunter Bivens, 2 for 2 from long range. 7 points now for the junior. Good find by Landon McGraw, his 3rd assist.
Shoemaker still scoreless tonight, passes it off near side to Montgomery.
He's also shotless, this Shoemaker.
Could say he is field goalless
yes.
up to this point. Glockner back to Montgomery, can't connect from 3. Ball thrown back into play. Kaiser easy off the glass for 2.
Yeah, good hustle, but you don't want to save it under your own basket because that can happen. Kaiser now with 22.
Bivens into the half court, pass to the corner, taken away by Glockner. Montgomery shot out of a cannon, can't get it to go off the glass, rebound McGraw. Bivens back to McGraw on the drive, called for the offensive foul.
And good work there by Cade Glockner to just get in position and then take the contact in the chest. It's going to be the 4th foul now on Landon McGraw.
So a 61-31 lead now for the Falcons.
And even with 3 fouls there for McGraw, I like the aggressiveness to go through it. Just don't stop, make them take the charge, and if they're going to take the charge, make them earn it, which he did. A lot of contact there. Good call, though.
Montgomery, backdoor pass. Kaiser underneath, can't get it to go, but the follow-through is good, and the foul.
Yeah, good action there. Nice left-handed pass on the back door. Kaiser can't finish the first one, but he just stays with it. 12 boards to go along with his 24 points.
3rd foul for Kason Witt. And our first look at Kane Stanley.
Yeah, he gave him good minutes against Harvest Prep down at Shawnee State.
So Kaiser unable to convert the 3-point play. Rebound goes to Witt. Top of the key, Kason Witt straight on, can't connect, and a rebound for Montgomery. Montgomery bounce pass inside for Shoemaker, deflected out of bounds by Rucker. Staying on this end with Minford.
Yeah, it was a good job by Shoemaker showing himself there, ends up being deflected out of bounds. But with the way Montgomery pushes the pace, you've got to always have your head turned and be ready in transition because he's probably going to look for you. He's going to take it to the basket until he gets stopped, but if he gets stopped, he's going to find you.
Curtis Glenn returns for Minford. It'll be Montgomery to inbound underneath for the Falcons. Shoemaker left wing, can't connect from 3, and a rebound for Xavier Miller. Foul on the floor, it'll be Cade Glockner, his first of the night.
I like that play design, though, because you run 2 shooters in the area where they've got to pick one, where if you don't close out on Glockner, he's 2 for 2 on the night. But they also get it to Shoemaker. High release, unable to get it to fall. Good board by Xavier Miller.
Miller into the half court, lost the basketball. Loose ball corralled by Rucker. A nice drive to the basket and finish with the opposite hands.
First Pirate in double figures. He's got 11.
Skip past Glenn, can't connect from 3. Rebound underneath for Stanley. Mowry penetrating inside, blocked by Kaiser. Ferocious block by the senior.
Thought he had a step, but a great come from behind block there from Kaiser. Surprisingly, the first block of the game for the Falcons.
Witt lobs it into Stanley, now Rucker left wing. Bit of a mismatch with Rucker and Shoemaker. Here's Stanley left side 3, misses from downtown. Rebound near side for Stanley. Passes it out, taken away by Glenn. And a foul in transition for the Pirates. Second tonight, rather third for Braylon Rucker. Shoemaker feed into the low post with Kaiser thrown back into play. Rucker with the steal. Pirates with numbers. Witt up for the layup, banks it in.
Good finish there by the junior, going up and under. It's only the 4th turnover for Minford of the game right there.
Shoemaker still with 4 fouls. Glockner long 3, connects. Cade Glockner his 3rd 3 tonight.
And they're just leaving him. They leave him wide open. Now he's 3 for 3, 9 points for Cade Glockner. If he can do that, this team's very dangerous.
Kason Witt connects from the right elbow.
Nice work for Witt coming off the bench, bringing some good energy for the Pirates. 4 quick points for Kason Witt.
Half-court pressure by the Pirates. Glenn feed to Kaiser, short corner jumper and a foul. From here, John, on Kason Witt, seemingly all basketball. Nonetheless, Kaiser to the line for 2.
Yeah, it's just the closeout there. I think it looked like there was going to be some more there than what ultimately there was. Ends up being the 4th foul on Witt.
First shot for Kaiser is good. Big thank you to Kenneth Hay for making our second trip down here to Minford. Running the camera for us as always here on the broadcasts. Second shot for Kaiser is good.
It's my 3rd trip inside of county in the last 3 days.
Seen some good basketball this week, John.
Yeah, got to see these two in the girls' side last night. A super physical matchup. Minford wins going away at the end.
And the Pirates calling for the half-court violation. But Montgomery and Glenn forced the turnover.
Yeah, but saw a 3-point game over at West with Weston Valley. So, I mean, it's been nice to get out and see some teams that, we maybe haven't done a live stream of yet, but when we do.
Some coverage on the podcast side of things as well. A couple of teams that we talk about a little bit in an SOC 3 that I think from top to bottom, one of the more filled out and competitive conferences in the Southeast District.
Yeah, 6 teams, all of them.
Not a super weak link in the conference.
Yeah.
Short corner, Kaiser, another jumper.
Good find from Curtis Glenn. Kaiser knocks down another one, 28 now.
On the other end, Kaiser with the takeaway, Glockner. And on the turnover as well, Glockner on the move, misses badly. And a rebound underneath for Mowry. Pass ahead, out of bounds. Turnover for Mowry as Minford takes back over with a minute to go in the 3rd.
I don't mind the shot from Cade Glockner there. Now, his feet have been completely set on the first 3 that he knocked down. And that one was a little bit more movement. But if you're feeling it, put it up.
3 threes tonight for the senior. Pass to Shoemaker, taken away. Jack Dorr, the freshman. Pass over to Braylon Rucker, who lays it up and in.
Yeah, a good introduction into the game for Jack Dorr. Had a nice JV contest.
Montgomery to Shoemaker. Right side, Shoemaker double teamed. Skip pass to Glockner, another 3 off the mark. Rucker the rebound for Wheelersburg. 20 to go in the 3rd quarter. And a foul on Curtis Glenn. That'll be his 3rd.
Not in the bonus yet.
Rucker give and go, and Stanley down the lane. Tough defense from Glenn, forces the miss. But a long rebound for Jack Dorr, feet underneath to Braylon Rucker. Lost the basketball. Curtis Glenn with the steal. Glenn pass ahead, Shoemaker. And no shot for Montgomery as he lobbed it up just after the horn sounded, and 70-39. The score after 3. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
We welcome you back to Minford High School. Falcons leading 70-39 after 3. For the Falcons to begin the quarter, it'll be Cordell, Napier, Donahoe, Shoemaker, and Borland. As Coach Shoemaker begins to empty out the bench in this lopsided affair.
Yeah, you've got a big one tomorrow night, so you're going to use some different guys, where Shoemaker didn't play a ton in the first half.
Borland penetrating inside. Going to say last touched by Borland, so going the other way.
Yeah, and like I was saying, with Shoemaker not really playing a ton in that first half, maybe try to get him a little confidence going, get a couple baskets here, and then get him out. As you got a big one, like I said, big one tomorrow night over at Shawnee State against Warren.
Here's McGraw driving inside, pass to Evans, taken away by Shoemaker. Shoemaker's pass deflected out of bounds by Bivens for Wheelersburg to begin the quarter. Along with Bivens, it's Rucker, Dorr, Evans, and McGraw.
Wheelersburg really mainly going with their guys here.
Napier driving baseline, bounce pass to Borland, taken away by McGraw. McGraw down the lane, out to Evans. Evans inside, back to McGraw, to the outside. Rucker thought about the three. Passes it off to Jack Dorr. Here's McGraw, fires from the corner, can't connect from downtown, but an offensive rebound for Rucker. Underneath, Jack Dorr can't bank it in, rebound Shoemaker. Cordell thought about the corner three, feed inside to Donahoe, counted in the foul.
Good look inside from Ethan Cordell there. When you've got guys that don't play a ton coming in, you think maybe they're going to put some shots up, but a really unselfish play from the senior, finding the freshman inside who finishes strong. He's got 4 now.
So Donahoe unable to convert the three-point play. Long rebound corralled by Kenyon Evans. Bivens a skip past Jack Dorr, buries the corner triple.
Yeah, good find in the corner for Bivens. Then Dorr just steps up and knocks down a three. And I think right now, if you're Coach Prater, you just want to see what guys are going to compete. Because maybe your rotation isn't what you want to go with in that second half of the season. Maybe you just want to find the guys that are going to really battle no matter what the score is.
Shoemaker trapped in the corner, long skip past Ty Borland, can't hang on. Loose ball corralled by Dorr along the far sideline. Into the corner, Rucker for three, yes!
Yeah, good hustle, forcing a turnover, 3 turnovers now for Minford here in this quarter. And then Rucker, that's kind of a tough angle too. I know it's a corner 3, but pretty deep in the corner.
Evans with the takeaway on the run out. Braylon Rucker, another basket. He's got 18. Timeout, Minford.
Yeah, and it's still 25, so you're not going to see him really go back. Probably not going to see Kaiser or Montgomery, but talk to the guys and try to get them settled down a little bit.
So the third timeout tonight for Minford. Full timeout for the Falcons. We'll keep it here. We mentioned earlier on in the broadcast for Wheelersburg tomorrow evening, or actually I believe it's tomorrow night, a matchup with Westfall, but an interesting matchup for Minford. John, not sure if you've seen Warren, but how exactly do the Falcons match up with the Warriors tomorrow night?
So Miles Montgomery, you would say, one of the top point guards in the area, right? Julian Stadelman for Warren, probably the other one. Probably 1A, 1B, and Stadelman is unbelievable. He can do a little bit of everything from them. Actually saw him as a freshman over at the St. Trace tip-off. Rico from Washington Courthouse.
Rico Coulter.
Yeah, Rico Coulter had 40 points in the game. They just threw Stadelman in as a freshman just to say, hey, try to slow him down. And he did a pretty good job of slowing him down. That's probably why he didn't score 50 in the game. So Stadelman's been a 4-year player for Warren. He's their guy, but they've got a lot of guys returning from a regional team last year. So super well coached. That one should be a fun matchup for sure.
Shoemaker inside, up for the layup, can't get it to go, but 2 shots now for Jackson Shoemaker as he looks to get on the board here tonight.
It's just some bully ball there from Shoemaker as he does a nice job with the pump fake and then the nice drive, going through some contact, getting a chance to get things going here at the line for the senior.
First shot for Shoemaker is good.
It's his first point of the night.
Shoemaker just does roll the second one up and in.
It's 8 different Falcons to score, which I don't think you would have seen a whole lot of last season.
(74-47). Falcons leading, 3 minutes gone here in the final quarter of regulation.
Got Cameron Chamberlain into the game now for Wheelersburg. Good move in the lane for Kenyon Evans.
Shoemaker puts it on the deck, passes it off to Glenn, left side now with Napier. Short corner, Borland out to Shoemaker for 3. Yes!
Yeah, he's too good of a shooter to leave open. Good ball movement there between Borland and Shoemaker.
Asher Connolly launches the 3, comes up short, but an offensive rebound for Chamberlain. Put back is good.
Yeah, good effort there from Chamberlain, the sophomore, showing he wants a little more time. Good hustle for the putback.
So the lead up to 26 now for Minford. Into the corner, Shoemaker, another 3. Why not?
Yeah, good skip pass there from Mark Napier, finding Shoemaker in the corner. And Ethan, after the free throws, they had Ethan Cordell there waiting to sub in for Shoemaker, but no breaks, and the senior knocks down back-to-back triples.
So the reserves now in for both teams. 80-51 here in the fourth quarter, Minford leading. Conley pass to the corner, taken away by Napier. Glenn to the corner. Cordell launches a 3, puts it in. Ethan Cordell from downtown.
Yeah, good find. And that's how you get rewarded for that earlier unselfish pass. He gets a good one there, gets his feet set. Cordell knocks down the triple.
On the other end, Jack Dorr in and out, can't answer. Offensive rebound for Chamberlain. Here's Dorr once again. Pass inside, Caden Eastep banks it in.
Yeah, good ball movement there. Unselfish play. Once again, you can get kind of selfish in moments like this where it's kind of loose.
Cordell launches another 3, this time can't hit. But an offensive rebound thrown back into play by Donahoe. Now Borland tries for three, puts it in. Ty Borland, another triple for Minford.
I'll tell you what, every shot Borland has taken has gotten better looking as it's gone on. He banked in the free throw, missed a three pretty badly his next trip, and then just buried that one.
So everybody getting involved now for Minford. Conley passes it off. Jack Dorr, long-range three, won't go. Offensive rebound for Conley, thrown back into play. Napier with the takeaway. Napier going all the way, nearly had the basket, but will be headed to the line for two shots. First foul tonight for Caden Eastep.
Yeah, and kind of what we've seen so far is just pretty much everyone who's gotten onto the floor playing really hard tonight, and that's what you want to see, even if it's a very lopsided game like we've had so far tonight.
So Napier, the only Falcon on the floor without a point tonight. Missed the first, second on the way, won't go. Offensive rebound for Borland. Put back is good. Timeout, Wheelersburg.
It's going to be a short one. Just a really nice effort there. Colt Donahoe has done a really good job of keeping balls alive. Ty Borland recovers that one and almost with his back to the basket, puts it up off the glass. He's got 8 now. Good minutes for Borland. So he's a player who wants to see more of the floor. And this is the time you show your coach, hey, I can do this. Even if it's playing, maybe the backups against backups, you're still getting in and showing, hey, I'm going to compete every second I'm out there.
So the third timeout tonight for Coach Prater. So Wheelersburg trails by 35, just over 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. Wheelersburg basketball out of the timeout. No pressure from Minford.
Yeah, we'll have a running clock unless this gets under 30.
Bryson Montavon passes it out. Left side three, Jack Dorr can't connect. Rebound, Glenn. Backdoor pass, Ethan Cordell, nobody home for Curtis Glenn.
It's a good idea, they just didn't connect. You've got to make a little bit of eye contact right before to do that and usually to connect on it.
Dorr passes it near side. Montavon launches the three, won't go. Rebound, Borland. 60 seconds to go tonight. Cordell volleyball line, threes, too strong. Rebound underneath for Eastep. Loose ball, Cordell pass inside. Donahoe banks it in.
And Donahoe now with 6.
Dorr going to work inside, lost the basketball, poked away by Donahoe. Cordell behind the back pass. Donahoe finishes off the glass.
And Donahoe gets rewarded for getting that steal with a nice behind the back pass from Ethan Cordell.
Chamberlain on the drive, blocked by Donahoe. Loose ball corralled by Eastep. Into the corner, Conley for three, won't go. Rebound, Montavon, 5 to shoot for Wheelersburg, and Jack Dorr going to hold it out. Minford with another statement victory, 92-53 over Wheelersburg, to remain unbeaten this season.
Yeah, just from the get-go, they had a turnover, a missed layup, and then after that, it was just complete destruction. They went up 2-0, gets tied 2-2. We have no more ties, no lead changes, just domination from the tip for the Falcons.
So 92-53 the final. Here tonight in Muletown, we'll step aside. You've been watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glow Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glow Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glow Fiber is here. Welcome to Glow Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
We welcome you back to Minford High School, a 92-53 win for the Falcons, and although 13 days in between their last 2 games, back-to-back 39-point wins for Minford over 2 really solid opponents.
Over good teams. So you do it against that North Adams team that's 7-4,
and took South Webster to the brink the other night.
It's just that then you come out tonight and from the get-go, I think they just really wanted to make it known, who's at the top of this league. They've still got to deal with South Webster. South Webster, very, very talented team, and that's why they're undefeated, which we'll see in 2 weeks. We'll be back here 2 weeks from now. It will be South Webster most likely will be undefeated. I don't know. They're playing another team that's the Jeeps. I think it's like the only 2 teams in the country that are the Jeeps.
And they're relatively close.
Yeah, and it's a team from Indiana. They're playing tomorrow. Indiana basketball played at a pretty high level, so we'll see how that goes tomorrow for them. I think they'll probably win.
The all Popeye matchup.
Yes, and it's just
although I think they're blue,
yes,
if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
which is the blue Jeeps versus the red Jeeps.
Yeah, I thought the Jeep was red. Like, that's what I thought. So
I think he is red.
Yeah, so
Popeye was kind of before me, so
right.
That's...
So, yeah, it's South Webster very good. We'll see in 2 weeks. Big matchup will be here, and then at the very end of the season, they had their first matchup, snowed out, moved to the end of the season. And we'll see where South.
And probably that matchup that got moved to the end of the season, a conference title game,
right,
with Wheelersburg now having 2 conference losses.
Yeah, West is solid. Waverly is up and coming. Valley, I liked what I saw out of them. I don't know if those 3 can beat the top 2, maybe even this Wheelersburg team. This has got to be close to the worst that you could have seen from this Wheelersburg team. It just didn't get stops, didn't get rebounds.
Right, 53 points. You win a lot of games scoring 53 points. You just can't give up 92, unfortunately.
Yeah, you hear a lot of coaches say, we got to get 50 or even 40 in our district, and you score 53, you expect to
like
win.
I said, the other a little over a week ago, last Thursday down in Jackson, the teams combined for 59 points, 30-29 final down there, and then you come here tonight and you score 53. But when you're playing a team that's as explosive offensively as Minford, that makes it hard to get stops, you got to step up. And for Wheelersburg, I'm not sure they have that guy that can really get solid contests on Kaiser when he works from 15 feet in.
And you mentioned Jackson. They scored 30 points in that game. Yeah, it was after not having practice and whatnot. But Jackson scores 81 the other day. I know it's double overtime against Wheelersburg. Wheelersburg's got to find something defensively, because offensively they're good. You got to find something defensively to be able to put together long streaks of winning that I think that they can get. And just looking at their talent, I think they can too. So just kind of going over this one real quick. Bradley Rucker led Wheelersburg with 18 points, 7 points for Landon McGraw and Hunter Bivens, 6 points for Xander Mowry, 4 points from Xavier Miller, Kenyon Evans, and Kason Witt, 3 points for Jack Dorr, 2 points for Cameron Chamberlain and Caden Estep. So that's it for Minford. They got a big one tomorrow night as they take on Westfall team that looks like they're going to fall tonight. It's going to be a 4-5 Wheelersburg team against a 6-7 Westfall team. Both are pretty solid teams, though, so it's going to be an interesting matchup over there. Now for Minford, 92 points on the night. They finished with 9 turnovers. 5 of those came in that fourth quarter. But they were led by Bennett Kaiser, the recent 1,000-point scorer, now up to 1,028 after he puts up 28 tonight. 28 points, 12 rebounds, didn't play in the fourth quarter. Miles Montgomery, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 5 steals, 5 assists. Also did not play in that fourth quarter. 9 points for Kate Glockner, 3 of 5 from 3, knocked down his first 3. And then 8 points for Jackson Shoemaker, Colt Donahoe, and Ty Borland. He had 3 points, 3 assists for Ethan Cordell, 3 points, 4 rebounds from Ashton Reeder, 2 points from Curtis Glenn, and then 3 assists, no points, but 3 assists for Mark Napier. So a really, really good all-around game for the mighty Minford Falcons.
And once again for Wheelersburg back in action tomorrow night. Down at Shawnee State, they'll take on the Westfall Mustangs. As you mentioned, Minford back in action tomorrow night. Also down at Shawnee with a really good guard matchup with the Warren Warriors.
I believe that's a 6:30 for Minford, and then 8 o'clock for Wheelersburg.
All righty, well, that'll wrap it up for our coverage of Southern Ohio athletics here tonight. Minford picks up the big win, 92-53 over Wheelersburg, to remain unbeaten this season. For John Bruce and Kenneth A., this is Dewey Daly saying so long from Minford High School. You've been watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.